Hello all, welcome to my YouTube channel. UiPath has released new orchestrator version on 25th October 2021. We will see in this video what are the changes that UiPath has added in this version, and also we will see what are the new features that they have added in this version. So now, without wasting the time, let us log into new orchestrator. For that, you will have to open the Chrome browser. And the normal step, I assume that you are aware that how to configure and open the orchestrator on UiPath Cloud. This is the platform that UiPath has provided to everyone. For that, you have to log in with your email ID account, and the cloud platform is accessible for everyone. If you don't know about this, then please write it in a comment and I will respond you in the comment section. To access the UiPath platform on cloud, you have to use the URL cloud.uipath.com. Once you access this link, then you will have to log in with your user ID. You can create your Google account, and using the Google account you can log into this platform. When you log into first time, then you will have to register for that. I have already registered here, so I don't have to register it now. I can directly access this platform. So I'll click on my Gmail account and it shows me available platforms. So I'll create this one, the platform which was created for me. Okay, so once you log in to cloud platform, then the screen looks like this. From here, the UiPath platform automatically creates the tenant for you. To access the orchestrator, here you can see the orchestrator tab here. So you will have to click on the orchestrator tab here, and then the orchestrator will open. Here, this is the latest UiPath orchestrator with version 2021.10, which was released on 25th October 2021. Let us understand the new design system for orchestrator. If you notice here, with this release, orchestrator adopts the new Apollo design system. What this means for us? It is nothing but the consistency in the user interface across orchestrator and other UiPath products. It is easier to navigation and some user interface improvements. There isn't any change in orchestrator functionality, but there are few things you should notice. In this version, a header has been added which remains visible on all the pages so that you retain access to the following controls. If you notice here in new orchestrator, here this is the header section where some controls have moved out of the orchestrator menu to the new header. The user menu, which is here in the top left corner, it was in the previous version it was at the right hand side on the top corner, but now it is moved to left hand side at the top corner, and there are the options like the setting the language, setting the themes, and sign out options are visible there. UiPath has added new portal for system administrator. In this version, UiPath has put the efforts to improve the user experience at host level tenant. A system administrator now have an identity management portal which displays the integrated applications, a host level management portal for configuring global setting for your installation, the orchestrator host portal which now includes host level settings that are specific to orchestrator itself. The changes that made by UiPath can help us to find things more easily. Next point is unattended automation. A new type of account is available in orchestrator starting with this release, that is version 2021.10, which is called robot account. This is a non-user identity that you can set up in the same way as regular user accounts, but the account is clearly identified as a robot throughout the platform. This account type is similar to what Windows uses for running its services. Its purpose is to eliminate the need to create dummy user accounts for running your unattended automations and use this type of account instead. To create the new robot type of account, you have to go to orchestrator, then tenant, manage access, then assign role. By selecting the robot account option, you can create new robot account. Here you will have to fill the information of new account, and then you will be able to create the new robot account. Streamlining the unattended setup. When creating a new automation project in Studio, developer has to select the compatibility option. If you go here in a new process, here you will see the name of the project, location, then description, and here is the compatibility option that developer has to select it before starting the development. This will help where robot will execute. It will define the underlying target framework of the automation project and the compatible operating system. Let us understand setting up the compatibility project option for the automation project. When you create a new project in the Studio, select the compatibility based on the environment on which the project will be executed. As we seen, there are three options, that is Windows Legacy, Windows and cross-platform. Windows Legacy option uses .NET Framework 4.6.1 and the compatibility used in release prior to 2021.10. This is the default option. This Windows Legacy compatibility option is used the Studio version that is older than 2021.10, and this Windows Legacy is the default option. The second compatibility option is Windows. This option uses .NET 5 with the Windows support. The third option is cross-platform. This option also uses the .NET 5 with the cross-platform support. To understand more about the differences between compatibility, let us see this table. If you select the Windows Legacy as compatibility option, then process execution will perform on 32-bit platform, whereas Windows and cross-platform supports 64-bit platform. The supported platform for execution for Windows Legacy is Windows 32-bit and 64-bit, whereas for Windows it is only 64-bit, and for cross-platform it is Windows and Linux 64-bit. In Windows Legacy, processes are compiled when published. For Windows Legacy, no published package contains the project source files, whereas for Windows and cross-platform, the published packages contain compiled DLL files. The Windows Legacy compatible option is compatible with Studio and Robot 2021.4 or earlier version, whereas Windows and cross-platform doesn't support Studio or Robot 2021.4 or its earlier version, meaning the Windows and cross-platform supports 2021.10 version. UiPath has added another attribute, start in background option with this release. Here you can define whether your project needs user interaction to foreground processes, or they can simply rely on background processes to get executed. Let us understand this option in project settings. For that, I will open a new project, or I will create a new project here. Process, create it as a blank process. I will keep it as the default compatibility setting. Create. Here, if you go to project panel and settings, here you can define start in background. If you select this option, then this automation will execute as a background process, and user interaction will not be needed to execute this automation. This is one of the good features that UiPath has been added with this release. The another new feature has been added with this release is the personal workspace for unattended users. Let us check that. For that, I'll go to the orchestrator. From here, I'll go to tenant, then manage access, then assign the roles for the user, then I'll go to users list, and here I'll select the any user. Okay, this is the user. Then I'll select the role for this user. For example, let us assume this user is the administrator user, and then I'll click on the next button here, attended robot, and here is the enable a personal workspace for this user. So this option will enable the personal workspace for attended users as well. By using this option, you can assign the personal workspace for attended users as well with the new release. Next feature added with this release is debugging for unattended processes. Now, by enabling a troubleshooting session allows you to see and run unattended processes from UiPath Assistance for debugging purpose. No user license is required for the developer to perform this operation. In short, in this version, a robot key authentication option can be disabled. The troubleshooting session is temporary and it is applied while troubleshooting is active. The next feature that UiPath has added in this release is that stop or kill pending job automatically. In this release, Orchestrator brings an improved mechanism for terminating hanging jobs. In that, you can now use a kill job strategy on top of the stop strategy. If you are not already familiar with the existing feature, let's refresh your memory. You can optimize your flows and dismiss all hanging jobs execution in pre-planned manner by configuring your triggers to stop or kill job after a certain time interval has lapsed. Let us see the new feature, how the kill job strategy has been implemented on top of the stop strategy. For that, we have to go to triggers, and here I will add a new trigger. I will select the existing job. Let us assume that this is a test job. If you see here, if I enable this option, okay, this is a stop job after, say for example, 10 minutes. On top of this, you can also activate if job doesn't stop, we can kill this job after 5 minutes. This is just an example. In earlier version of Orchestrator, we were able to either stop or kill the job, but here in the latest version of the Orchestrator, we can try to stop the jobs, and if the job doesn't stop in a specified time, then on top of that we can also implement the kill job strategy to kill the hanging jobs. Okay, let us continue to see the interface changes that has been implemented in this release. Here, if you go on the tenant, if you remember in earlier version, users and roles tab were visible here on this panel. But now instead of that, manage access tab has been implemented, and under this manage access tab, assign roles and roles, two separate tabs are added in manage access tab. You can assign a roles to user from here, manage access tab, then assign roles, and also you can create a new roles by clicking on roles tab. The another major difference in the user interface is that this header tab has been added. Here you can see if you click on this plus button, you will see create new package, assign roles, machines, credential stores, and webhooks. These options are available on the header panel, and this will remain visible throughout all the pages. Even if you go on any page here, this option will be visible. If I go on folder, robots, machines, package, audit, header part will be always visible here. Another difference is that if you remember in earlier version, this user details, this option was at right hand side on the top corner. But now in this release, this option has been moved to left hand side top corner. Using this option, you can change the language, change the theme of the orchestrator, and the sign out option is here to sign out from the orchestrator. Okay, the next feature that has been added in this release is that recording for all orchestrator deployment. UiPath has enabled the media recording feature by default for all orchestrator deployments. You can still disable the feature using the corresponding setting in the configuration file. This option needs to be switched on at the process level. So this is one of the good features that UiPath has been implemented in this release. So that's it about the features that are available in UiPath Orchestrator 2021.10. If you like this video, then please do not forget to subscribe our channel, and also let us know your views on these features in a comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video.